Do 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 do. Wait for people to join in if they can. That is. We'll see if anyone decides to give it a third try. I wonder if it's a YouTube thing. I don't think it is. All right, let's see if it works a third time. I think I know why it failed the last time. But we'll find out. If it fails again. If it fails again, I'm going to bed. I started talking about competitive for it again. It was like, nah, fam. GG. There we are. People are filtering back in. People are filtering back in. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. So I think that I've done a quick whilst the second stream failed, I did a quick check and there is an internet outage in my area. But I was like, oh my god, it's been like a cyber attack on the UK or something. All of the like my phone internet's down, my computer internet's down. Holy shit, man. What I think it is there's definitely a Wi-Fi internet connection. Well, not a Wi-Fi. My internet provider is reporting outages in my area that won't be fixed until tomorrow. And then I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just do like a mobile stream. And I had my VPN on. I mean, no, UK government. I definitely don't have a VPN. So definitely not. No, I'm a good boy. You know, I'm a good boy. Yeah. So I didn't turn my VPN off, and I wonder if before, because my VPN was routing me through an ex-Soviet country, wasn't routing me through an ex-Soviet country. I wonder if it fucked with it slightly. So yeah, I've turned the VPN off now, so the government can scan my brain and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I haven't turned it off. I haven't turned it off. There you are. If this one drops, it's GG, guys. Like GG no re kind of thing. I'll just basically just go around and paint these guys. Woo! There you go. Look at that. I'll be painting these guys. If it fucks up again. Right. We've got some super chats to do. Many of them involve me checking stream discussion. So that's going to be fun, but at least I can still thank people for their support. Yeah, I don't think my main internet is coming back. Well, in general it will be, but I've checked the website and they're not thinking that they think they're not going to fix it until like 6 a.m. tomorrow. So obviously I could just like stream until 6 in the morning, right? On mobile data. That'll be reliable. And then, until for another 3-4 hours when it's expected to come back on. So maybe, maybe. But I doubt, to be honest, guys, I think, we'll give it, I wonder if I can have this thing stand on its own 2 feet. Oh, that's so going to fall off. Oh, man, that is so obviously going to fall off. 1 minute. I just can't bother holding it. Oh, that should be okay. As long as I don't flail around like an absolute mentalton, which is a big ask for me. So, I mean, obviously the stream dying once is basically cut the audience in half, and then the stream dying twice is basically cut the audience in half again. So we'll see how it goes, but if, obviously if it's a bit quiet, then we'll, which I wouldn't blame anyone. I wouldn't blame anyone. Do you know what I mean? It's you guys are just here to watch the show, and if the show keeps getting fucky, you're just going to go and watch another show, right? I get it. So we'll give a chance for people to join back in. But if in doubt, we'll just answer the super chats and we'll see what happens. Yeah. We'll see what happens after that. Yeah. I can't tell people in the Discord though. So because I can't alt tab, as it were. I can't change app whilst live streaming on the phone because YouTube goes, oh, you're not live streaming anymore? Okay, we'll cut the stream. Yeah. No, my internet provider is Virgin. I think they're quite good. Yeah, I've had very, very few issues with them whatsoever. So it's one of those where this is like, I think I have had, it's the second issue in 3 years. So second or third issue in 3 years. So it's not too bad. All right. So Jimmy Squid, I'd love to do your Alfarius update, but I can't do it just yet. All right. Isaac Holgren. Hey Mordy. Oh, we did Isaac. We did Jimmy Squid. Isaac Holgren. We talked about your combo, which is great. And then we have Airborne doing a 10-month member flex. Busy weekend stream discussion. I'm sure it is. I can't see it, but thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel for 10 months, man. And apologies for the shit show. Yeah, apologies for that, man. Also, big thank you to Lich Fanner General. Thank you for the Giga Chat. Yes, thank you, man. Got some chuffs for the stream discussion if you like. Hope you're having a great night. Well, that super chat aged badly on two fronts. Oh man, Lich Fanner General. I know you're in right now, man. Thank you for your patience and for joining back in a couple of times, man. On a serious note, I would be loving to be looking at your Chaos Dwarfs right now. And I am still having a great night. I'm having a great night because I'm hanging out with my boys. That's the important bit, you know. Halen Jedi, thank you for the gifted membership, man. Thank you for doing your part. Inquisitor Istrabal, how many guardsmen could you fit in the army? Oh, if I went pure guardsmen, I think it's about 331. I can do some quick maths here. 1 minute. So if we take 6 squads of Catachans and 6 squads of Cadians, then that comes to 1,140 points. We have to take the cheapest possible cat, which will be a commissar, but we'll do that at the end actually. Then we have to go over to Kriegers basically, because even though they're more expensive, they're still the cheapest way of getting bodies into the army. We can add 1, 2, 3 of them. Realistically, we can get away with 3 of them. And then we can take another 10. And then we can take... We haven't quite got enough of a command squad. I mean, it's like literally... There's not enough for anything else meaningful there, but something like that. So you're looking at 240 plus 50. So that's 290, about 292 models. 292 models. Roughly is how many I could take. But I wouldn't have any. I don't know if it would be very good. I don't know if it would be very good. Actually, that's an interesting point. If we actually 1 minute. So 120 times 12, right? But then if we're taking, it's actually more expensive to take 20 Kriegers in one blob than to take Kriegers in 10-man squads. Because 2 10-man squads comes to 130, but a 20-man squad comes to 145, right? So if we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we can actually max out on Kriegers, get 60 infantry, and we are looking at 1,830 infantry. And so 1,830 points, and that's exactly 600 infantry. Now, that means we actually have 170 points left over. . I think Kazakin are the next cheapest option at 110. No, we could turn one of those squads into a 20-man squad, which would cost us 65, 85 points. Now, at that point, we need to take a character. At that point, we need to take a character. Which could be a command squad. We'd have 20 points left over. Yeah, De Krampus. I can't take the Kazakin Engineers because I need a character. So at that, we took a Krieg command. We could take a Krieg command squad. That gets us an extra body. And so we're looking at 316 points. 360 models. Yeah, we're looking at 360 models because you're looking at 12 20-man squads. That's 240. And then 5, 10, then 70 Krieg infantry overall. So that's 310. And then a single command squad of Kriegers, which is 6. So 316 models with 20 points left over. I mean, you'd probably go Grand Strategist, right? probably just for the vain hope. So yeah. I mean, I want to make something clear. I have that many infantry. If that's the army you guys want me to run at the next event, that's the army you can have. Yeah. Cosmic Drew, thank you for the super chat, man. Hobby update, stream discussion, apes together strong. Dude, I obviously can't look at stream discussion right now, but what I can say is I saw the ape model. I didn't see it painted, but I saw what you done with the conversion of it. And I was like, damn. It looks really cool. What do you plan on using the cyber ape as? Like another linebacker? A grizzly? It's not a grizzly, it's a silverback. Right? It's not painted yet. Okay. So I saw the kit bash come in, like, was it yesterday roughly? It's very cool. Yeah, it's very, very cool. I think you could probably get away with using it as a grizzly for you Americans. Especially, yeah, definitely. Just runs in there, it's like batter and stuff, right? Yeah. A mud skipper. I mean, I guess actually. I was gonna laugh, but I guess. Because it depends on how many guns you put on it. As long as it's got, frankly, Cosmic, as long as it's got fists and there's enough guns on it to represent the guns of the mud skipper, then yeah, why the fuck not? Yeah. Yeah. How does it teleport onto, how does it deep strike onto the battlefield? Well, it's like in the Kong movie, he like swings from the like the vines, and he slides down the mountains and stuff, and he can jump really far. Like yeah, it makes sense. It's just refer to Kong, Skull Island. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right. Helmet, 2 shoulder cannons and 2 rockets. Jump back. Well, there you go. Sorted. Yeah. You've given it a jetpack. Amazing. There you go. It easily explained how it's a mud skipper. Yeah. All right. Chaos 7. Thank you so much for the 7-month member flex. Chaos 7, 7-month member flex. Brilliant. Thank you for supporting the channel, mate. And I can see you've dropped back into the stream, mate. So thank you for rejoining. You haven't done mechanized scions in 2x Doomhammer. This is true. Okay, this is true. However, this is quite a specific request. It's quite a specific request. I haven't done Double Doom. Now, the Scion bit is the specific part. But we all know the Doomhammer is the weirdly most popular super heavy in the guard. For some reason, guard players just love the Doomhammer. And I could do Double Doom. But the thing is, okay. The thing is, it's quite simple. It's a 2-day tournament. And it's very competitive. Now, when I run meme lists, I tend to do them at 1-day events. And the reason is very simple. Because 2 days of me of do you know what I mean? It's 2 days. It's almost the extra day kind of like kills it. Do you know what I mean? Not kills it, but it can be quite hard. Just like I don't know if I'm not really explaining it very well, but there's multiple angles. You don't really need the second day. Just the meme kind of proves everything it's going to prove after a 1-day RTT. There's that, and B, two. You have to enjoy the meme, and after the first day, if it's gone very, very badly, turning up for day 2, it's just like, well, I am demoralized. There are some exceptions to this, though. There are some exceptions to this, and like maybe I'm overthinking it. There are some exceptions to this, but it's why I try and run. I try and run proper lists at GTs, and I try and run meme lists at RTTs. That's kind of my general philosophy. Yeah. But there is one exception to this. Well, there's one or two exceptions to it. One exception to it is the tie-in. So I could run Double Doom. I could run the Titan at the Cutthroat GT. It would be so bad. I'd just be playing. I'd just be playing at like such a disadvantage. But I could take the Titan to a GT. I would be on the bottom tables. It'd be that simple. And the thing is, it's so tricky. Yeah, if you're gonna run a meme, if you're gonna run a meme list at this late stage in the edition, at a GT, you really have to love the meme. You really have to love the meme, because it's not like when you run a meme list at the beginning of an edition. Because when you run a meme list at the beginning of the edition, like 90% of the people you come across are just there. They're just happy to be there. When I run a meme list at this stage of the edition, do you know what happens? I just play into 5 very good players with very good lists, even on the bottom table. Even on the bottom, like we're not talking like 50% of the players there know what they're doing, or 60% of the last GT that I went to, I shit you not, there were 2 guys that were just running like softer lists. 2 out of 60. And they just ended up facing each other on the bottom tables. And there were 2 mates that came together. And they just faced each other in the final round. Because it was inevitable. And and everyone else was like, if you could have been on second to bottom table, you'd still be facing some kind of cutthroat list. So it's one of those where like you can, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And I am meme Mordian, and I am chill, and all that kind of stuff. Like I can do it, but there's, why not just save it to 11th edition? 11th edition is 6 months away, literally. Like, well, 7 if you include November. We're already a third of the way through November. So it's, you know, it's one of those. I don't mind going to a GT, but I have to love the meme. Yeah, I have to live the meme. I have to live the meme. Double Doomhammer is. See, the thing is, I haven't quite shaken off the last vestiges. I haven't quite shaken off the last vestiges of Meta Mordian. You made me this way, chat. You know, you made me this way. For the last, I think I cared too much about. I think I genuinely cared too much about winning in 40k. I am man enough to admit that I think I have a problem. Like I want to take the meme, but there's something inside me which is like, no. And that sucks. That fucking sucks dick. Like, it sucks fucking giant camel dick. And it's like, it's like, no, just like, let go. Just let go. It's like, but I can't. What if I lose a game? What will people think of me? I'm losing. It's like, I don't know. It's so hard because it's just me. If I do that, it's just me swimming against the fucking tide. It's hard, man. It's definitely hard. That's the. I don't know if it's only 40k that does this to me. It's only 40k. I go to Old World and I lose every game and I'm happy. I play Conflict 47. I lose every game and I'm happy. I have played 5 games of Conflict 47. Do you know how many I won? 1. Against Simon on his first game. 1. And I still want to play more Conflict. Yeah. So it's, you know, like it's tough. It's tough because because in Conflict 47, if I lose a game, I still get something out of it, and there's still epic moments. If I lose a game of Old World, the only game of Old World that I've ever lost, and I've been very like, what the fuck is even going on, is that one against the Tomb Kings. And you know, and I said this in the after action report. I've no shade against my opponent whatsoever, none whatsoever. But it was because I was playing against a very well optimized mortuary cult list, and I was just like, man, you know, I'm just an NPC in this guy's game. Basically, he's there playing Yu-Gi-Oh with his 12 different fucking spells, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, like Antonio the Spellmaster, like, and that's the only game when the only game in all of Old World when I've been like, you know, there was no, I couldn't walk away from anything from that game. There was just no opportunities for fun moments to happen. And so, you know, whilst I do not begrudge my opponent his victory, not at all, he earned that victory. I am. It's the one example of a game of Old World where I can be like, I didn't get anything out of that game, apart from playing a friend. I got the enjoyment of playing a friend, which is important, of course. But you guys know what I mean. It's, you know, when no one minds losing a game if they got something out of it. But you know, when it's just like, what am I even doing here? Like, there's nothing. Like, I can just sit here. I'll just sit here. And I'm just like an NPC. Like, stay a while and listen. That's, you know, that's basically, that was me in that game. I'm just, you roll the dice and I'll take the models off. Cool. Did you get a spell off? Cool. No, I can't dispel it. Oh man. Yeah. So it's one of those where I can, so the point I'm trying to make here is I'm happy to run anything in a tournament, but I don't want it to be a job, right? And maybe I'm being a little pussy-o bitch. Maybe I'm being a little pussy-o bitch, but I feel like the whole reason I do this is so that I'm not just doing it as a fucking job. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. And maybe if I just start going to tournaments and running stuff I know I'm not going to enjoy, but hey, I'm doing it for the content. It's like, I mean, that's probably what good YouTubers do. But as I've stated many times, I'm not actually very good at this. You know. Yeah, so it's hard. Anyway, I think, honestly, come here. Love you. I know exactly what it is. I'm just waiting for it. You know what? It's great. I love talking to you guys. Because I can bounce ideas off you. And because you guys are my therapy. This channel, in some ways, has become Mordian, like, working out stuff live and in Technicolor, right? I'm just... So, you know, have you guys heard of the video game New World? It's a MMORPG. Well, recently they announced that they were going to be shutting down the servers. But the servers weren't going to shut down for 14 months. So, like, hey, you guys have got plenty of time to enjoy the game. The day after they announced the servers were shutting down, the game went from 40k players to 6, and now it's probably even less than that. Because no one really wants to put time and effort into a game which they know is going away soon. That's where 10th edition is right now. That's where it is. Like, I can go and put all this effort, but I kind of just want to let 10th edition is completed. 10th edition is completed. Okay, like, and yeah, you can, it's that simple. 10th edition is complete. I'm waiting for the new. That's what it feels like. That's what's in my brain. And maybe I need to get over that. Let me make something clear. I'm not saying that's the way it should be. I'm not saying that's the mentality I should have. I'm saying that's definitely that's definitely it. 10th edition, yeah, completed it. 10th edition, mate. Completed it, mate. Is 3 years too long between editions? Nah. It's the game's too shallow. Yeah. It's that simple. It's too easy to solve. It's too fucking easy to solve, man. Like, it just is. So I want 11th edition now. Like, GW, can you just release it 6 months early? Like, come on. It's not like it's going to go through any play testing. Come on, boys. Like, can we just, like, go through to 11th edition now? Because I'm fucking bored. I'm bored. I'm waiting. Come on. Yeah. So that's what's going. That's what it is. But, you know, that's not great. Maybe, you know what? There's a real. Do you know what, boys? Do you know what? Maybe I just need to fucking put on my big boy pants and be a man. You know? Maybe I just need. Maybe, you know, maybe I just need to be an orc. And maybe I'm thinking too much. Maybe I'm thinking. You've been thinking thoughts your whole life, and look where that's got you. Maybe I'm thinking too much. Maybe it's like, just go. Why are you even thinking about this? Why are you even thinking about it? Like, just go to the tournaments and play the games and don't worry about it. I honestly think that's probably what's happening here. I just need to I just need to stop thinking. Maybe maybe that's it. Just Next tournament I go to, I'm just going to take some guard. And I'm just going to play some games. I'm just going to have some fun. And we'll see what happens. You know what? That's probably it. That's probably it, right? Yeah. I'm probably, you know what? Sometimes I do worry I'm too transparent with you guys. Like, you know, every other content creator, it doesn't go, yeah, so I'm kind of like, can you imagine any other Warhammer? I'm so fucking shit at this job, right? Like, can you imagine any other Warhammer 40k content creator being like, oh yeah, I'm bored of 40k? Like Tabletop Tactics, fucking Tabletop Tactics, Out of War, fucking, you know, all the, you know, Hellstorm Wargaming, 40k in 40 minutes, and they're all just like, yeah, we're just fucking bored of 40k. I'm just fucking bored of it. Like, yeah. And I'm just here like, hey guys, you know, my core audience, you know, probably what 90% of you are subscribed for. Yeah, I'm just kind of bored of this edition. I'm just kind of bored of it. Like, you know, can I have the next one, please? Like, yeah, like they would never do it. And there's probably a good reason they would never do it. And maybe I'm having a bit of an awakening moment right now. Yeah. Anyway, got the super chats coming in. Cosmic, thank you for the super chat. Go with the Blood Pact and take the Tank of Terror, and you will win Best Painted. Hey, maybe. I do, you know what, Cosmic? I do want to take the Blood Pact. I do want to take the Blood Pact. Yeah. I have a look. I have a look into it, Cosmic. Yeah, there's an opportunity for me to run Blood Pact. I should run it, right? Like on a serious note, I should run it. So it's just, you know, I have a lot of what I need for the Blood Pact done, especially on the infantry side. So it kind of comes down to the tank side. And I wonder what I could get done tank-wise and have a reasonable. Yeah, I've got the Stormlord, which is kind of cool. I'll have a look into it, Cosmic. There's probably something there. Keep it simple in some ways. Yeah. Hellhound. Yeah. I've got like wands of stuff, and maybe I need more than wands of stuff. I definitely think I do get inside my own head a little bit. I definitely think I get into my own head a little bit because, you know, I've been ragging on 40k a lot, and then I went and played that game with those Firstborn Marines, and they just felt so good. But I honestly think it's factions passing vibe checks. Like, oh, a minute. Okay, I need to view this message. Show us your slugger. I can show that one off. YouTube, you're being too sensitive. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so maybe I just need to shut the fuck up and just go and play some games. Yeah. Chris K, thank you for the gift of membership, man. And Chris K again, thank you for the not only thank you for the membership, also thank you for the finished Lieben Russ pictures in Discord. I won't be getting to those pictures today, bud. Not on purpose. Just it's just the fact that I can't get on Discord right now. So thank you for the support, man, and hopefully we can look at them tomorrow in tomorrow's stream. Fingers crossed. Yeah. But dude, thank you for support, man. I'm sorry that I'm not able to get to the pictures. Discord. So my internet's just fucked at the moment. Yeah. I have some super chats coming in on this jobby as well. This chat. Let's have a look. I would love to be able to. Oh, no. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Technology. Okay. Right. Technology. Magos Mordian in the house. Your husband. Thank you for the super chat. Are you coming to Wisconsin for Adepticon? Buy you a pint? I I mean, I was going to come to. So I was. Simon said we were going to Adepticon. So this is how I do Adepticon. I go with other people and I pay them the money and they organize it because they have more free time than I do. And they just tell me how much it is and then I just give them money. And there's a certain element of trust there, and there's also a certain element that I'm sure they're back. I'm sure I'm getting charged a administration fee, as it were. But I'm totally okay with that. I don't mind because they're doing all the hard work, and I don't. It's not. I'm teasing. I've got my mates wouldn't do that to me, but if they round it up, do you know what I mean? I don't care, kind of thing. It is always a suspiciously round number. So Simon said we were going to Adepticon this year, and now apparently he's changed his mind and we're not going. So I still want to go to Adepticon because I said I was going to go. I still want to go. I did my Esther and everything. I have passed my Esther and everything. So maybe I just organize it on my own. Maybe I put my big boy pants on and I just thought maybe something like that. Turn it into a holiday. Is Wisconsin a good holiday location? In January, I reckon it's going to be so cold that my testicles retract into my body, but I do want to find out. So yeah, it might not be this year now, which is really annoying because I wanted it to be this year, but yeah. To Krampus, thank you for super chat. When you're able, Mordian 50th tribute and stream discussion. It's not going to be till tomorrow, man. Thank you for the support. Please, big thank you for the support, but it won't be till tomorrow. It's the internet has told me it is down until 6 a.m. and it's 2 now. So, Cosmic Drew, thank you for the super chat. Tank of Terror, the Flare, and the Shatter Lord. What do I take with it? What do we take? What do we take with it? It's not about. I mean, one of the again, but it all comes down to it being a GT. I mean, I could go to an RTT. There's a GT and an RTT on the same weekend. I can't go to both, obviously, but I mean, I could just go to the RTT. I'm going to meme list at the RTT. I guess what it comes down to: do you want me to run a proper list at a GT or a meme list at an RTT? That's kind of what it comes down to, right? If I'm running a meme list, then I could, because what I was thinking is I could run the meme list of like all the lads cannons in the Shatterlord, in the what's that actually called, the Stormlord. I'm like, hey, because everyone, there's that idea that you put a bunch of lads cannons in a Stormlord and you make it better, rather than just buying a fucking Bane sword, But yeah, there are options. Call of Duty, hear me out. Graves on the Iron Duke, all tanks, hammer. I can definitely take Graves. Unless I'm going Blood Pact. I can definitely take Graves. Yeah. Just use me with the tank commander. Yeah. That's very doable. Cosmic, thank you for super chat, man. 2v2 or 4 free-for-all, K47 with me at Adepticon. Like I said, man, I hope to make it this year, but it's so Simon said we were going. I sorted everything out, and then he just didn't tell me he changed his mind like 2 months ago. And I was like, oh, okay. Would have been helpful. But yeah, he's got his, I don't really blame him. He's got an equally busy life. He already does a lot of favors. So yeah, I'm only really pulling his leg more than anything else. What have we got here? Chaos 7, 20 gifted membership, baby! 20 gifted memberships, dude. We are going in with the first wave. Means more bugs for us. Well, is it bugs? Means more loyalists for us to kill. You smash the entire area. You kill anything that believes in the Corpse Emperor. You get me? We fucking get you, Legion. We get you, Legionary. We get you. There you are. Dude, thank you for the 20 memberships. 07, you magnificent bastard. Thank you for doing your part. Amazing. And Chris K, thank you for super chat. Come to Florida. We have roller coasters. Well, I will definitely be coming to Florida. That's actually a given. That is actually a given. We basically go to Florida every year now. But that's because Mrs. Mordian organizes that. Yeah. So it's one of those where it's one of those where you might think more you might be thinking to yourself, Mordian, do people just like organize things around you? Kinda, but it's not as bad as it sounds. So my general sort of like the way it kind of works is I'm always working. I'm always working. I am actually trying to get better at that. I'm trying to be better at work-life balance, which I always thought was a bit of a wanky term. I was just like, just work yourself into an early grave. You know, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you work 12 hours a day every day? You know, why wouldn't you do that? But it turns out that, that's great. But like, you're kind of leaving a lot of like organizational responsibilities to other people. And actually, you should probably be not just working, but also like helping. So it's a catch-22 though, isn't it? Yeah, so the current system is like I just work and work and work and work and work. And then it's not really because the system that has worked up until this point is I've done all the work. It's just like, doing it's not really work because I really enjoy doing streaming. Like, how do you work 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, Mordian? Oh, I don't know, because it's like fun. It's not like when it's fun, it's not that hard. Like, oh no, I have to record for like 6 hours talking about Warhammer. It's like, yeah, it's like 6 hours of work, but I'm literally like talking about the thing that I'm autistically hyper focused on. So like, yeah, it's work, and yeah, I feel tired at the end of it, but I have enjoyed every moment of it. So it's not really work. It's not really it's not bad work. Yeah. So there's an element of like that, but I've there's definitely been I have been shirking my non-work responsibilities, and it's something that I have recognized, and I don't like it. I don't like shirking responsibility. So basically, I'm just like, yeah, I need to start organizing some things other than fucking streams and videos and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those where I probably need to be. It's not really a work-life balance. It's all work, but it's like YouTube, non-YouTube balance is probably the better way of putting it. Yeah. Cosmic Jew, do you need me to organize your debt to come for you? Cosmic, it's actually old. You know what? Old Mordian would say yes, but new Mordian is like, no. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I've got to organize it myself. It's that simple. Yeah. It's that simple. So there you go. That would be. I've got to resist that. I've got to like, no, I'm gonna organize it. Even if I fuck it up, I'm gonna organize it. Yeah. I don't think it's that hard. I'm not trying to be a knobhead. It's like book a flight, book a hotel, make it to the flight, make it to the hotel. There you go. It should be fine. It's fine. Just turn up to the airport on the day, and they've always got seats free, right? That's how people do it in 2025. That's definitely not like a pre 9/11 mindset. They just let you on, man. They just let you on. Like, oh yeah, we got a spell. Check your bag. Nah, fine. Off you go. Yeah. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's probably one of those where I do need to gentlemen. my computer seems to have internet. We're in business. Dog one is open. Let's fucking go. All right. Let's fucking go. I think we're back. I think we're fucking back, boys. I think we're fucking back. Let's fucking find out. 1 minute. It's going to try and reconnect. I want you to try and reconnect now, OBS. Stop trying to reconnect in like a little bit and try and reconnect now, you scurvy dog. I mean, it probably is past the point of attempting to reconnect. 1 minute. You're offline, check your connection. Okay. Come on. Oh, it's gone again. It's gone again. It was there. We had a little crummer in it down California way. Oh, it's back again. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't somewhat prematurely cancel the mobile stream. Can you imagine? See you later, fuckers. I'll see you on the computer. Oh no, it's gone. It's gone again. It's flickering. It's flickering. It's trying. It's flickering. They're turning it off and on again. They're down in the little green box. You'll get that if you're in the UK. The little green like wire box, and they're like, that one? No, that one? No, that one? No. I'm getting edged. I'm getting edged by Virgin. There's some irony in that, I feel. Yeah. Yeah, there's some irony in that. Right. We'll see what happens. The annoying thing is I got some super chats through on, you know, when the second stream failed, I got like 2 super chats and I don't know what they were, but I could probably go and find them. Right, 1 minute. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I never like to leave a super chat behind. Even if the person's not even in the stream anymore, I never like to leave a super chat behind. It's definitely thinking. I'm keeping it on the mobile stream. Come on, you cunts. I know there was some super chats that came in here. Don't make me get Cosmic to flay you. Aha. One was Cosmic. Cosmic's still here. Cosmic's still here. Dude, thank you, super chat. I know the real truth of the Tau twins in stream discussion. Okay. I can actually check all the stream discussion stuff that we were talking about before. Okay, so we had that one from Cosmic. I think there was one more. No, maybe it's just the one. It was just the one. It was just the one. It was just the one. Okay. So I'm not starting the YouTube stream up again. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. You know, I'm gonna give it time. Give them time, Smund. Give them time. What I can do is through the power. This is gonna be who remembers when people used to make Xbox videos for YouTube, but they just used to like get a camcorder and film their screen. This is what that's going to be like. So welcome to the early 2000s of YouTube content creation. There you go. All right. Woo, hello me. There you go. Right. So, so it's all got a bit squiffy. Hear me out. They actually weren't, but honestly, when I first saw the battle suits, it's the first thing I thought of. The hunters from Halo. Yeah, that's actually pretty legit. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's actually Cosmic. Actually, Cosmic. Yeah. I see it. I see what you're going for. Okay, let's see what else we've got. 1 minute. Okay, here we go. We're just working back in reverse order because it's just easier to do it that way. So we've got Chris K and it's leaving us. Ooh, that did come out quite nice, didn't it? That did come out quite nicely. Let's get a zoom in on that. Big titty Krieg pinup girl. That's what all the boys sign up for. We got another big. It's a second big titty Krieg pinup girl. Nice. Ah, the weathering on that's very nice. Yeah, that's legit. Hey, good old Hazard Stripes. Much better than the ones I did. I was always a bit slapdash in mine. All right, what else we got here? Ah, Cosmic, behold. It's Congo for this is actually Congo 47. I love that. The Mega Gorilla. I armed as a fully kitted mud skipper with autocannon shoulders, helmet, and MMGs and rocket arms. And I jump back with the spare ammo on the belts. It'll be used in upcoming narrative K-47 battle. Dude, this is actually sick, mate. This is such a fun. This is what I love about actually sick, bro. Oh my god. Cosmec is back. Cosmec is actually back, bro. Holy shit. It's as big as a linebacker, man. Holy fuck. Nice. All right, let's have... Oh, these are the Chaos Dwarves from Lich Fire General. Dude, that Bull Centaur's going fucking hard, bro. It's going fucking hard. Nice. Yeah, look, GW makes some very, very beautiful models. I just wish they were a little easier to build. Like, I will never complain about the beauty and detail of GW models. I only complain about how hard they are to build. It's funny, right? So, you guys know I did the collab with Ed from Close Order for Old World this weekend. He actually was making some money doing commission building, not commission painting, but commission building. And I was like, that's crazy. Who would pay someone to build models? And then it got me thinking, holy fuck. I hate building GW models. And it's got to the point where so many people hate building GW models. You don't even have commission painting. You've got people who do commission building. And I actually totally agree with it. And I actually get it more. I actually almost support it more than the commission painting. Although commission painting is still totally legit. It's totally fine. Yeah. Airborne. I went to a kill tour this weekend. I only played 2 games before that and still managed to finish 2-1. I got flayed in the first game against Night Lords. Nice. But I learned from my mistakes and got better. For the second and third game, I went very aggressive and it paid off. By the third game, I was still able to play my Krieger list like it should be narrative-wise. Sending troopers to do missions they couldn't get back, like sending my Watchmaster to the middle objective and to slice an orc in half. Their sacrifice led to victory. This is a pick of my troopers, and can we compare the board from Kill Team and AOS from 40k? Nice. That's a big Krieg Kill Team. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 troopers? Fucking hell, man. Nice. Yeah, Kill Team boards are actually nice. Kill Team boards are actually nice to play on. AOS is... I mean, it's not as good. Oh, and then the 40k is the worst. And these bits of fucking carpet. I think they're playing on bits of carpet. Yeah, okay, so it's like Kill Team is beautiful. AOS is not great, not terrible, like just fine. And then 40k is just like, yeah, we're not going to bother painting the ruins. What's the point? Yeah. That's pretty bad. The Alfaris. Now, if this stream cuts out because I'm talking about Alfaris again, that will actually be hilarious at this point. Like, it actually will be. Alfaris update. Attention followers of the God Emperor. Alfaris speaking. We have a new pair of legionaries joining the army. Our swords with his chain spear and lightning fingers will help keep the Xenos and Heretic off the soil of Sparvia. We love the Brody Helmet Guardsmen. We must keep them safe at all costs. We also, I love it. We also have a standard bear to show where we come from, and since we are proud to be Alfaris, besides our biker Todd who didn't get the memo. Nice. That's a Black Templar upgrade sprue helmet. That is like legit. It is. I recognize that bit. Nice. Chain spears are sick. I like that. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Nice. Sick, mate. Sick, 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 sick. I actually think that's us all caught up on the what's in stream discussion stuff. We'll scroll through. There might be more, but I think that's. Oh, we got the tribute, but we can do that. We can do that in a moment. The Krampus. I just realized this is the Mordian 50th tribute. So, dude, I want to say a massive thank you. I actually missed that before. I was a bit preoccupied with like the stream being a knobhead. So dude, I'm sorry that I kind of like glazed past that before, but the fact that the Mordian 50th is actually fucking sick, mate. That's actually like quite nice. So when if we get a chance to watch that, because it does look like the symbol has been the holding steady. The symbol's been holding steady for a little bit now. So, you know, that's okay. So yeah, we should be okay. God, do you want to see how messy my room is? 1 minute. I'm a messy boy. Yeah, look, I'm actually like slobbish. Like that's like fucking cake plates, and those are all the glasses. I mean, it's only like a 5-minute job. Like those ravens go in that box. That goes downstairs. You know that goes downstairs. Put it in the dishwasher. You know the cups and stuff go in the bin. Like it's actually it's only like it's actually not that bad. It looks worse than it is, but that's a 10-minute, 15-minute tidy up properly job. 5-minute tidy up not properly. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not so bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, so do we risk it? Do we go back to YouTube? Well, you know what I mean on YouTube. Do we go back to the PC? I mean, I think we have to, right? We can always leave this as backup. Kind of because I can stream concurrently. I can stream concurrently. I can stream on YouTube and on mobile. I can stream on PC and mobile at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. You have the gift. Chris K, thank you, Super Chat, man. You have the gift of ability to exit the pub. The pubs are closed. I know. What has this country come to? We've fallen a long way from the easy access to rampant pub life. Yeah. Raw Cow, thank you for becoming a channel member. Amazing, man. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Thank you for joining His Imperial Guard, the Emperor's true finest. Liberate the UK. We don't talk politics here. I was like, no. Remember, we don't do that here. You know, it's actually, it is so, it's a dark path. Talking about going political is a dark path of content creation. It is. And personally, I think it's one that needs to be resisted. And it's you know, it's like temptation, man. Yeah, it's like temptation, because you go down that route, and even if you just like the Tau with their warp drive, like skim the top, even if you just like skim the top, you see the big boost in views, but it makes you so fucking sad. Like, I actually think one of the things, so real talk for a moment. I actually think one of the things which has been fucking making me so salty recently is that I started reading the news again. Like, seriously. So, like, I mean, things were happening in 40K and all that kind of stuff. Of course, it wasn't an isolated thing. It wasn't the only cause. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't the only cause. But I kind of, without even thinking about it, I sort of started breaking. It's a slippery slope. Without even thinking about it, I was breaking like my my cardinal rule of like, look, you're gonna see the spicy headline, like you're gonna see the spicy YouTube title around a political topic, and like don't look at it. And maybe it was because once or twice like I'm on autoplay and it pushes it into my feed. Maybe I'm not gonna lie, there's been a few times when I've clicked on stuff, you know, and I realized that actually more and more and more it became basically all the content, because I'm a content creator, but I'm also a content consumer, right? And it became more and more the content that I was consuming, and it was making me really salty. And what's interesting is about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, maybe 10 days ago, for example, I just was like, I went to click on a video and I was like, no, I'm not going to click on that. I'm going to go and instead find the, like, is it Epic History TV video on like Napoleon's like rise to power? And I was like, you know what? I've never watched what Napoleon did in Egypt. Like, I know he went to Egypt, but I've never watched what he actually did in Egypt, right? And I was like, okay, sick. Like, I'll put that on instead. Oh my God, it's like a several hour like thing. Okay, sweet. And then again the other day, this was just literally yesterday on Sunday. I was like, oh, there's a video. No. Do you know what I'm going to look at instead? I'm going to see what Perun put out today. If you haven't heard of Perun, great content creator. Does loads of like military economics stuff. Some of it's historical, some of it's more modern day. And so, yeah, I just spent an hour learning about the military modernization of Algeria. And I was like, bro, Algeria is like, it's coming to fuck. I had no idea there was beef between Algeria and Morocco. I had no idea there was beef between those two countries. Now I know. And now I'm like, oh my God, like Algeria's like been getting like it's bought like fifth generation fighters. And it's been like doing all this stuff. And I was like, oh, and you know what? That like that wasn't the news. That was just like interest. There was no like politics of left versus right, woke versus not woke, or anything. There was none of that. Like there was obviously like regional politics that were talked about. Why does Algeria and Morocco have like beef, right? But it wasn't like a left v right thing. It was a country v country kind of thing. And so it didn't like, it didn't fuck with me. It didn't make me sad. So yeah, I've been doing that over the last few days. I've been like really, really like actively like, no, don't click on that fucking thing. If that thing comes on the autoplay, don't listen to it. Don't. It's like the whispers of the warp. Like don't. If you engage with it, you're like, all it's gonna do is mess with your head. All it's gonna do is mess with your head, man. So yeah, people can think that's a bit of a silly thing. People can think that's a bit of it. Maybe people will say I'm burying my head in the sand, but like, bro, honestly, I'm so it's made me so much happier. Ignorance is bliss at the end of the day. Chris K, thank you for super chat. I feel sponsored the politics tangent. Sorry. No. Well, when did you mention politics, man? It wasn't really a politics thing, was it? You have the gift and ability to take this to the pub. No. No, it's don't even trip, dog. Don't even think about it. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. Yeah, no, dude. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the support. Yeah. Politics is chaos. Join the guard. Yeah, exactly, Lewis. So yeah, it's honestly, it has been. I feel I've been feeling a lot better recently, and I think a huge part of it is like, man, they want to load you up with shit bullets, guys. I've been getting loaded up with shit bullets, and I've been popping off, and maybe now, maybe now I've finally recognized that I've been loaded up with them shit bullets. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. NX Viper, 9X Viper. Hello, Mordian. I'm not so new to Warhammer, but got into the actual painting mod last year. I want to try tabletop, but I'm a bit nervous. Any advice? Just do it. Okay, like NX Viper. I'm saying this not to diminish what you're saying, but to show you in a funny sort of way that you're worrying over nothing. Do you know how many times I get asked that question? The exact same question that you've basically asked. I mean, I don't think a week goes by. Maybe once a fortnight, but all the time. At least once a week, if not, I'd say at least once a week. Someone saying, "Hey, I'm thinking of starting. What do I do?" Just start. It's not that scary. I mean, it might be easy for me to say. I've been doing this for 27 years, right? But the hardest thing, let me give you some sweet Mordian advice. Mordi wisdom, okay? Whether it is Warhammer 40k or whether it is something else in life, the hardest thing is to just start. Whether it's doing a chore around the house, whether you're doing some gardening, whether you've got to do an important project at work. Best thing you can do is just start. And so the best thing you can do with tabletop is to just, I want to play tabletop, but I don't know how. Just find a friendly local gaming store. Google it. There'll be one in your town. And just Google it. Go down, talk to the staff and say, "Hey, I want to play a game. What's your deal?" Or phone them up. Phone them up and say, or live chat them. They've got like a Facebook live chat kind of thing. A load of them do, right? And just message them, talk to them, and talk to the shop. Say, "Hey, I'm pretty new. Do you guys do games?" And they'll probably go, "Yeah, of course we do games. Do you want us to help you organize a game?" And you'll say, "Yes, please." And then they'll help you organize one. And then you'll get in, they'll add you to probably like a message group, like a looking for games group kind of thing. And you'll be fine. Yeah. Now, I've heard so much trash talk about Tau. I'm scared to play my fucking Tau. So take your Tau and yourself and get in the fucking sea. No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. All of that's just memes. Okay, all of that is just memes. Okay, like seriously, it's just fucking memes. No one gives a fuck you play Tau. It's part of the culture. It's like people getting, it's like people getting teased oh, you support that football team? Oh, my football team is going to beat your football team. Nah, your football team. It's just that. Anyone, like in real life, anyone who takes that too far, they're the cunt. They're the problem, not you. Okay, be nice, be polite. If they make a few jokes, are you playing Tau? Understand that's just the meme culture. That's just like part of the meme culture around Warhammer 40k. Ultramarine players deal with it all the time because they get loads of new models and they get favored by Daddy GW and all that kind of stuff, right? It happens. It's just part of the meme culture of 40k. But anyone who takes it too seriously, they're the one that's an idiot. So yeah, don't even worry, man. Just go and play your games and be polite. And dude, Warhammer 40k, you'll probably lose your first 10 games. I shit you not. You might not. Hey, you might not. Sick. But I often tell people expect to lose your first 10 games. Like, because there's a lot of people who've been playing this game for a long time. But what you tend to find is you'll lose your first 10 games and then you'll start winning. This is the mantra of 40k. You turn up, you get smashed, you get better. It's that simple. So if you turn up and get absolutely butt fucked for for your first game, don't be disheartened. You learn more from losses than from wins. It's that simple. You learn more. I went to, I've been playing tabletop wargaming since I was 5 years old. Okay, I've been playing for 27 years. I went to a tournament in the last month and I didn't win a game. I went 3 games. I did not win any of 3 games. I was playing Warhammer the Old World. I'm not particularly experienced at that game. I was using some new units and I just got filled in. But I learned a lot from that game. I learned a lot from all 3 of those games. I learned okay, like I've got some capability gaps here. Now, how do I go and fix those capability gaps? I don't know a huge amount. So yeah. So 9x Viper. Just go and play. Begin. Everything else is easy. I think someone put that in chat. I thought that's very true. Yeah. I'd probably just play a Tau melee. I just wish they had more models with cool textiles. Bro, we all do. Like, honestly, Tau are like the shooting army, but we'd all rather they were the samurai army. You know, that'd be so cool. Like, if GW came out, I'm like, hey, radical overhaul to the Tau. We're turning them all into samurai. You're no longer the shooting army. You're like the high-tech, like, Banzai melee army. Bro, we'd all love that. It's just a shame that's not the direction that they've taken them in. So yeah. But yeah, long story short, just begin. Just begin. And best way to do that is Google Warhammer stores in my area, and do a bit of Google food, and just go and check them out. Yeah. So hope that helps, mate. Hope that helps. I've got let's have a look. I think I've had some super chat stuff coming here. Jared Man, thank you for 26 months, man. X-Force, baby. You can't see it, but 1 minute. X-Force, baby. There you go. Northern Exile, MG K47 game. Northern Exile's dodging me, man. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. He doesn't want it. He's afraid. He's afraid. Okay. He doesn't want to. He does not want to take me on in the arena. I even offered to go and play a game of one-page rules with him, and he rescheduled like 3 times and hasn't rescheduled the 4th time. Like, after a while, I can only assume, you know, if someone refuses the duel, 3 times, then that means I win. So technically, I've beaten Northern Exile. Technically, victory by disqualification. So there you go. But I don't know. I would love to get on a serious note. I would love to get him to play K47. And also, I want to be on a serious note. There was a reason that those games didn't line up. Real life is much more important than tabletop games. You know, he's got like family stuff and all that kind of stuff. No. At some point it'll happen. You know. But I'm just not pestering him. I don't want to pester him. You know, he's got a lot going on. I don't want to be like, could we play a game, please? It's like, bro's got bigger shit to deal with than, you know, me wanting a fucking battle report. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. It's one of those where, you know, Northern Exile, lol, calling you out, lol, but really, like, it happens when it happens. It would be great to see him play K47 though. I think he'd lose his fucking mind. Like, I honestly think you'd see Northern Exile. Like, okay, here's the funny thing. He's look, I'm just gonna say this, and I hope he sees this. North, I hope you see this. Okay, I hope you see this. He's been getting soft. He's been getting soft. I think the relentless negativity, because he was definitely a GW hater. Okay, he definitely was, and I think the relentless negativity's got to him, and I think he's been like, I need to do some slightly less salty content, and so he's been like, oh no, GW is okay. We love GW, and I'm like, they've got him. They've activated his Neuralink. But the funny thing is, no, on a serious note, he's just being reasonable. Northern Exile has always been a fairly reasonable person. Like, you know, he runs a show. Right? He runs Hobby Nightmares. He runs a show. Like, he has to do the show. You know, like, I do a show. We all run a show, right? So he's doing a show. And he's actually you know, a perfectly reasonable person. I've conversed with him and collabed with him many times, and I will converse and collab with him many times again in the future, hopefully. But what's funny is, you know, he's just, I think, you know, there's, like me, I think he's noticed there's been some like Cornate Games, great to have in the stream, mate. I think there's a lot of us like mid-level YouTubers, you know, you know, we're not just starting out, but we're not at the likes of 300,000 subscribers, right? You know, we're in that extended mid-level period from when, you know, you got your first 1,000 subscribers to your 100,000 subscribers. So we're all, yeah, I think a lot of mid-level streamers who do this for the love of the game have been noticing, and we talked about this earlier, we've been noticing there's been a lot of drama, you know. How to put this? There's been a lot of people getting very. There's been a lot of battle lines being drawn, right? A lot of battle lines being drawn, and these battle lines have got parallels to battle lines that are being drawn in real life. And I think what's basically happened with myself, and I think that's what's happened with Northern Exile, and I'd say what's happened with other content creators as well, is give me 1 second. I just realized I've not got the messages up. Yeah, there's a lot of battle lines being drawn, and I think what's happened with a lot of us mid-level content creators, and we're just like, oh, well, this is not something where, you know, we want to really be involved in because it makes us sad and it fucks with our heads, you know, that kind of stuff. And so I think what's happened with North, you know, people are saying, you know, I tease him about it getting soft, but I think he's doing absolutely the right thing. You know, you've got to set, you've got to, you can't, if you don't separate it, people start thinking you're on one side of the battle line or the other, and you have to like, whoa, I ain't getting involved in the shit. I ain't on any battle lines. Like, you guys can fucking fight. I'm not telling you not to fight, but you guys can fucking fight. Leave me out of it. And I think that's what I'm doing. And I think that's what a lot of us are doing. And I think that's kind of what North is doing. He's like, look, I'm going to be angry about GW, and I'm going to be angry about what GW does, but please don't put me on one side of this fence to the other. But what's funny about all of this is I bet if I played Conflict 47 with North and he saw how that game played and he saw how different it was to Warhammer 40k, I bet he'd go very unreasonable very quickly. I bet you he'd be like, why can't 40k be like this? Games Workshop, what are you doing? Oh my god, it's the end. Games Workshop is going to die. Because that's basically what I've been like. Right? That's basically it, right? It's like you know, when you play Conflict 47, it's like taking the what's like the red pill in like the Matrix. It's like take the blue. You know, you can buy yourself an. Unfortunately, no one can be shown the Matrix. No one can be. I'll start again. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. They can only be shown. You buy the GW Combat Patrol, and you wake up tomorrow believing whatever you want to believe. Or you buy the Conflict 47 starter set, and I show you just how deep this rabbit hole goes. That's kind of what it's like a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of what it's like. Yeah. The comments like finding a healthy relationship to years of abuse. It can be like this. This is an option. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, it's a little bit like that. But it's not that serious. It's not that serious. I think that's something I've sort of come to realize. Like it's not that serious. Like, oh my god, Games Workshop, rah! And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, Games Workshop's going to do what Games Workshop's going to do. And in many ways, me fucking having a go at it isn't going to make much of a difference, I suppose. People have to come. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't stop it from sticking Lego up its bum. At the end of the day. So you know, instead my approach is going to be, you know, I'm going to talk honestly, whether that's positively or negatively. I'm just going to talk honestly, and that's the way. But honestly, but without like getting hysterical. I think that's the approach. And I've said that I've repeated myself. I've said loads of shit before. Yeah. we had a super chat coming from Cornet Gaines. He said, "How's the training going?" How's your training going? I will say this. I have been eating a lot better. But yeah, I'll say that. And I've been doing a lot of walking. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. But I think the best way of describing what's been happening is that I am a piece of shit, and admitting it makes me feel like I'm doing something about it when I'm not. So that's kind of the situation that we're in. No, I've cut out. It probably doesn't make a massive difference, but I've cut out things like fries, and instead had things like new potatoes as an example. It's like a small example. And I have salad with basically every meal now. I mean, I still have like salad dressing. Don't get me wrong. I'm only human, but my meals kind of consist of like I have like yesterday I made dinner, and I had chicken. I made like fresh chicken. I had chicken drumsticks that I marinated and everything, and I had chicken. And then I had Hasselback potatoes, which I made myself, which are basically new potatoes, which you cut little grooves in. It's like, oh, look, it's a Hasselback. And then, then I had cabbage and leek as my green. I try and have green every meal. Yeah, every meal. I had green in my meal today. Yeah. I only eat 2 meals a day. I don't really eat breakfast because of the nature of how I get up. When I do a breakfast, I have cereal, and it's just something simple like shreddies with milk. I don't fuck around. So yeah. So basically, that's where I have been. I do want to do exercise though. I know I joke about it, but I think when I do exercise, I become more positive in my mind. And I've been not positive in my mind. I've been very open about that. I've been not very positive in my mind. It's been you've seen the content I've been putting out. Yeah. So you gotta get the pump. I think that's what it is. You gotta get the pump. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's where I am. I think it's slowly but surely. But again, I should follow my own advice. Just start. I should just start. So yeah. Anyway, so Colin, again, thank you for the support. I had a super chat come in here from fuck 1 minute. Yes, Butt Mountain. I don't know why I'm saying like I've not said your name before, bro. Butt Mountain. Thank you for super chat, man. Can you explain Shabura rifles and cannons crushability like I'm 5, please? 1 minute. No. Oh, shit. I hope I haven't just cancelled the stream. I'll be so annoyed. I don't think I have. I think we're okay. Well, if I want to explain it like you're 5, I'd say, okay, so what you do is you read the book. But if I was not going to be a smarmy cunt, I can explain it better. The best way of explaining it is with examples. So come with me on a journey of discovery. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, 1 minute. Aha. Okay, cool. I want to pick these up without scratching the fuck out of them. Okay. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, so. Okay, I'm not worried about using unpainted stuff. 1 minute, let me get my towel dice bag. I have nose hair clippers, but the nose hair grows back at such a prodigious rate. Where do you think I got the idea from for the really rapidly growing trees on Thanatos? Well, I am doing something here, by the way. I'm getting a sufficient number of dice. Ten. Okay, fuck it. That'll have to do. Oh, 1 minute. Fucking hell. Right, 1 minute. 1. Okay, here we go. Cool. Okay, so here we have a unit of British infantry, and we have a unit of 7 Japanese ghost warriors. Oh shit! I need the fucking surging dice. Balls. I bet I've left them downstairs. Wait 1 minute. I'm not going to bother getting them. I was just checking again. 1 minute. Oh, praise be. Come on, Satan. Don't let me down now. Oh, fuck. He's let me down. Damn Lucifer. He's very unreliable. 1 minute. Oh, shit. It's okay. I've got dice. Okay. So. Right. Okay, so. Okay, so. Here we have got a unit of veteran guys in power armor, so damage value 6, British troops, Galahad power armor. And here we have a unit of 7 Japanese with Shiburu rifles. These are the ghost warriors. Now, you can fire the Shiburu rifles normally, and they basically act as a normal rifle that's got pen +1. So, for example, you've got 7 guys, you fire 7 shots. You know, let's say we're out of 6-inch range here. So you just roll your dice, hit it on, you know, if you've done like a fire order, you're going to hit on 4s. So you pick up those 3 dice, that hit, and then you roll to wound. Your pen +1, their damage value 6. So instead of wounding them on a 6, you win on a 5, right? So you wouldn't, in that case, I wouldn't have wounded. That would have been a bag of shit, right? So that's one way that you that's how you fire them without the ability, right? So now if you want to fire them with the ability, you've got to have at least 1 active rift dice. So with the white dot on top, it's active. And you put it down to exhausted. And then what happens is you fire the number of dice, because it's 1 dice per gun, right? With these rifles, except for each time you get a hit, it becomes 2 hits. So it's like sustained hits, but on any successful hit. right? That's the way of thinking about it in like 40k terms. So if we're, you know, over 6 inches away, we've done a fire order, so we're staying still. That means we're hitting on 4s. So every 4 up that we get equals an additional hit. So in this case, we've rolled really well, right? So we hit 5 times, but because of the crush ability, because each time you hit with every shot from a crush weapon, you get an additional hit. So the rifles only fire 1 shot. So if they hit, they've hit with every shot, right? It's not on the unit, it's per rifle. So you know, each time, because the rifles are only 1 shot, they either hit 100% of the time. They're either hitting or they're not. They're either hitting with every shot or with no shots per gun, right? So that becomes 10 hits. And then you get the chance, obviously, to roll to wound. And again, you'd need 5. So if we just roll this out like that, yeah, we'd kill 2. No, yeah, we'd kill 2. It's only pen plus 1. These are damage value 6, so we'd kill 2. I mean, obviously, I rolled like shit there, but it's, you know, it's, you get the point. Now, the reason, so it's a pretty good ability, right? Now, obviously, if we do an advance move, so let's say we were, you know, far away, so we do an advance. It's the same thing. You know, we take one of our active dice, expend it down to exhausted. We roll our 7 shots. But this time we're hitting on 5s because we moved, right? But, you know, so that's cocked. So this would be, normally this would be 3 hits. But because we've activated our crush ability, it becomes 6 hits. So it's really good. Now, where this gets properly fucky, right, is let's say you do an advance, but now we're actually at the range you can see here, which is clearly within point blank. So that means that you would be hitting on a 5 because you advance, but you're in point blank. So you get +2, so you're hitting on 3s. So then when you fire your 7 shots, every 3 that you get becomes an extra hit. So that would just go from, that would be 12 hits there. Straight up. So which is pretty good. Now, there is a slight difference. There is a bit of a difference here when shooting vehicles. So that's when shooting Shiburu weapons into infantry. Let's say we're shooting into this motherfucker. Okay? So it's a little different when we're shooting into this guy. So I'm not gonna, you get the idea of the sustained hits thing now, right? You get the idea that you crush when you hit. So let's say we move into range of this guy and we move into our point blank. Okay, so we're doing that sort of, we're repeating the final scenario we did before, but this time we're doing it against a vehicle, right? So we have our 7 shots, we've advanced, but we're in point blank range. So that means we're hitting on 3s, right? So we roll our dice. That's a particularly terrible roll. But, you know, that's the way it goes. There's no rerolls in this game. So we get our 3 hits. Now, instead of that becoming 6 hits, because we're shooting a vehicle, what happens is essentially you take, so each rifle has basic, so this is like one rifle that's done 2 hits, right? This is one rifle that's done 2 hits. This is one rifle that's done 2 hits, right? Instead of getting 6 rolls to damage this vehicle, what happens is you basically, instead of the way of thinking about it, instead of adding the extra hit, basically get the extra pen. So instead of this becoming like 6 pen 1 hits, which couldn't physically damage this guy because he's damage value 8 on the front, so that would mean you couldn't physically damage him. Instead, it goes, okay, so this got a hit, and now we're going to add, which is pen 1, and now it gets pen 2. So instead of rolling 6 pen 1 things that couldn't hurt it, you roll 3 pen 2. You basically instead of like exploding the shots get more powerful against vehicles, right? And then you'd get a 6, which would be a glance, which means then you get a chance to try and like damage the vehicle. That's a cocked dice. And on a 3, you damage its engine or something like that, right? So rifles are really good against infantry, and they get slightly better against vehicles. But obviously, if this was damage 9, you wouldn't be able to hurt it. Okay, so I know it's a bit, I explained that second bit a bit fucky. But it'll make more sense. It'll make more sense when I bring in a vehicle here. So let's get rid of these Ghost Warriors now. Okay, let's go to the Ghost Warriors. Let's bring in this guy, okay? So he's got a light Shiburu cannon. Now, he fires 2 shots, okay? He fires 2 shots. Now, this is both an advantage and a disadvantage. It's an advantage because when he's firing unrifted, let's say he's got a rift dice. When he's firing unrifted, he fires like 2, I believe it's like, you have to double check the stats on this, but I believe it's 2 pen 3 shots, which is pretty good, right? Like 2 pen 3. So if he was like shooting into this guy without the rift, he could get his hits and he'd just be damaging this on a 5 or a 6. So it's just good when it's not even rifting. But if you rift it and you hit with both shots, then let's just say hypothetically, you scuttle into point blank range, you roll your dice and you get 2 hits, right? Now that becomes, because you hit with every shot, you get your extra hit. If you had only hit with 1 dice, let's say you roll like a 4 and like a 2, basically nothing happens. You just hit 1 time. You've not hit with every shot from the weapon, so the crush isn't doing anything. But let's say you hit with both shots, okay? That means you've hit with every weapon. When you've spent a rift dice, you've hit with every shot. Your crush ability is active, so you get the extra hit, right? Now against infantry, that would be 3 hits. Against a vehicle, you add all the pen of those hits together. So remember, that's a pen 3 gun, right? So it goes from pen 3 to pen 6 to pen 9, which means you will then do a full damage hit against this guy, not superficial damage, you do a full damage hit against this guy on a 2-up. Because a 1 always fails. 9 plus 2 is 11. He's damage value 8. So you beat his damage value by like 3. So you're doing like loads of damage to him. So let's say, you roll the dice. Even though you've only rolled a 2, because you're now pen plus 9, you still do a penetrating hit against him. And you would, I didn't need to roll 2 dice there. You would do whatever 2 on the pen chart is, which I think is immobilized. So then he gets mobilized and he can't do anything for the rest of the game. Does that make sense? So when shooting infantry, it becomes exploding hits. When shooting vehicles, it basically becomes combining hits. And you combine all the pen together. It's like if you were combining AP. A good thing about it in 40k terms, it's like, imagine if you had a weapon where if you hit with 2 shots, let's say each one of these shots is like AP -1. We'll do it in 40k terms. Let's say each one of these shots is AP -1. If you hit with both of them, then it would go, okay, this one's AP -1, but now we add this one to it, which makes it AP -2. We add this one to it, which makes it AP -3. Does that make sense? So the easy way of thinking about it is when shooting infantry, you get exploding hits. When shooting vehicles, you get combining hits, as it were. Now, where this starts getting really fucky is when you bring in the big guns. Okay, so this is a tank with a heavy Shiburu cannon, and that's pen plus 4. Now it fires 2 shots at pen plus 4. If you hit with both, let's say, you get a big bollocks and you get within point blank. If you hit with both, and this is pen 4, that would be pen 4, pen 8, pen 12. Because you've hit with every shot. Now, if you only hit with one of those shots, it's 1 pen 4 hit. But if you hit with both those shots, you get the extra hit, and then you combine them all together for the pen. So, yeah, crush weapons are really, really powerful, but they're also they're really powerful, but they're also kind of swingy, right? Because, if you're firing at like let's say you just do a fire order at this guy, and you roll 2 shots, well, you're only hitting on a 4-up. Well, that'd be really good, to be fair. But you only hit on a 4-up. Like, if you got that result, then you've expended your rift dice, but you've not actually got your crush off. You just do 1 pen 4 hit. It's very all or nothing. Yeah, it's very all or nothing. Which is why a lot of Japanese players are kind of obsessed with just getting in point blank range. But that's the Japanese way. It's very, if you're getting in point blank range, then you're probably at risk of getting clapped back, right? But hey, if you can get in there first, Yeah. The crush rifles feel like they're the best bit because of the fact they only fire one shot, right? So it's like every time they hit, they get 2 hits. So every time they hit, they get against a vehicle, they'll get like a pen 2 hit. So the crush rifles feel really fucking strong. But I think you still want the big and the little crush cannons. But this is where things get really fucky, right? So this is why Ghost Warriors are so good. Like legit, this is why Ghost Warriors are so good. So okay. So we saw let's just let me set this up properly, right? So we saw that when the Ghost Warriors try to shoot the guy in the front, they need 6s to damage him, right? Which is pretty hard. But what you do with the Ghost Warriors is you expend. So the Ghost Warriors come with 2 Rift dice. They get 1 because they've got Rift guns, and they get 1 because they have a Rift ability. So now what's funny is even though you're getting 1 of those Rift dice because of the guns, and you're getting 1 of those Rift dice because of the ability, you can actually spend them however you want. You can spend both these Rift dice on activating the crush guns, 2 turns in a row, right? But typically, this is what you want to do. So you go, okay, I'm going to activate my Rift ability, which allows me to, in the same turn, uppy downy anywhere on the board. The only thing I need to do is pass a leadership test. Now I'm leadership 10, so I've got to roll 10 or under on 2 dice. So in that case, I pass it. If I fail the leadership test, then the unit dies. So it's very all or nothing, right? If you fail the leadership test, the unit goes into the warp and doesn't come out the warp. You've got to think of like warp spiders, right? They go into the warp, but they don't come out the warp. Imagine if you had that in Warhammer 40k. Warp spiders are as good as they are, but if they fail a battle shock test, they just all die. They go into the warp and don't come out. Anyway, so we've passed our leadership test here, which means we can now uppy downy in the same turn. So what we do is we uppy downy behind this guy. This could be a unit that's right in front of us, or it could be a unit on the other side of the board. There's no distance on this. It's unlimited range, uppy downy in the same turn, but you pass morale check. But if you fail it, the whole unit dies. So it's it sounds really OP, but it's still quite a big deal. So now you're behind the enemy unit. You do like your fire order. It might have to count as an advance. I'm not entirely certain. I'd have to check the rules on that. Let's presume it's an advance. Now what you do is you're behind the enemy unit. You've still got 1 Rift dice. You activate that Rift dice and you shoot him in the back. Right? So now you take your 7 shots. You roll to hit. I've rolled like shit. No, I'm doing a better example. You roll to hit. Let's say you get 5 hits, right? So you get your 5 hits. Because you're shooting a vehicle, they don't become 10 hits. They become 5 pen 2 hits. But because you're shooting the rear armor, you get another +2 pen modifier. So now you're pen 4. So now you're damaging this guy on 4-ups. So if we roll this, for example, that would be 1 superficial damage, 1 glancing hit to use 40k terms, and 2 penetrating hits. So we roll our glancing hit, we set him on fire, we roll our penetrating hits, and we get double immobilized, which kills him. So he dies. And that's the set. So that's why the Shiburu rifles are so good on the Ghost Warriors, because the Ghost Warriors can uppy downy in the same turn and start shooting things in the back. And if they shoot vehicles in the back, they basically kill them. Yeah, they're very, very good. And you can actually equip the whole squad with anti-tank rocket launchers if you wanted to, which are like, but I wouldn't bother. Honestly, I wouldn't bother because you're just going to shoot enemy vehicles in the back. So you don't need the AT rockets for that. I mean, I guess it matters if you're shooting like a really heavy vehicle. But yeah, you might miss with your anti-tank rocket. I mean, you get the hit. But anti-tank rockets are half pen against mechs and power armor, so they're not very good in that situation. So I just stick with the Shiburu rifles, frankly. Yeah, and so basically, like I said, you in general, crush weapons get exploding hit. If they hit with every shot, they get exploding hits. against infantry. If they hit with every shot, they get combined penetration against vehicles. But you have to but you have to activate the rift dice to get that sustained hits / combining hits. There you go. So I hope that explained it. I hope that was all right. Let's have a look here. I think I had some more super chats coming in. Cornet Games, thanks super chat, man. We can do a stream together and I'll motivate you. Will you be like a workout stream together? It's entirely possible, but it's entirely possible, man. But I do have somewhat limited space. So we can do it, but we need to, I'd say, like, well, you said you sent me the workout routine, right? So that should be doable. Yeah. We'll figure something out. We'll figure it out. It might not be this week or next week, but I'm not putting you off. We'll figure it out. It would be kind of cool. I was gonna say I've already told you this, haven't I? So I'm telling you how to suck eggs. Welcome shitpost. Thank you for the super chat, man. What do you recommend for the abilities of the Homebrew Space Marine Advisors Command Squad the other day? My memory is piss poor. I said you have one Space Marine who does 2 orders. And he's armed with like a power sword and a plasma pistol. You have one Space Marine, and he's got like 4 wounds. You've got one Space Marine who's got like 2 wounds, who's just a special weapon guy. You know, just think of a list of like special weapons you can have. He just gives, you know, whether it's melee, you could give him anything from like a thunder hammer. You give him thunder hammer, storm shield, and power sword, or like melter gun, plasma gun, or whatever. And then you have one Voxcaster guy, one regular human who's a Voxcaster, one regular human who is the banner bearer, one regular human who is the officer who gives you a bonus, who's the interpreter for the or the liaison. He's the liaison between the regiment and the Marines, so he gives you an extra order. And then you have one chapter serf who gives you can give either one of the Space Marines, not both, but either, you know, one Space Marine model once per phase can reroll 1 hit, 1 wound, or 1 damage roll. It's a chapter serf. That's what I said. Yeah. Hope that helps, Volkies. All right, I realize I need to just flip that camera back around. Whee! There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see where we're at. It's not so bad streaming on mobile. You just don't have the alerts. You can actually set alerts up on mobile, though, to be fair. But yeah, I don't think there's any point on going back to. I mean, what do you guys think? Do we go back to PC for the last hour? Seems like a bit of a waste of time. But we've got 72 people here right now. I'll let you guys decide. Turn this mush into muscle. Yeah. 100 push-ups, 100 squats, run 10K every day. Pretty certain that's the One Punch Man routine, right? Yeah, I'm pretty certain that is. It's a good routine. I mean, I have no idea if it's a good routine, to be fair. I missed the early bits. What moved us to the phone anyway? Oh, my internet crapped out, and it said it was going to take like 6 hours to fix it. It turned out it only took 1 or 2. It took 2 hours to fix it, to be fair. Yeah, so that's why we're here. But we've been okay on mobile. I don't think we've missed any super chats or anything. And yeah, to be fair, OBS has been such a fucky recently. Been a fucky boy. Yeah. I mean, not to be fair, Jawa, I can't complain too much. I want to rail against the man. You guys know I love railing the man. No, against the man. But it's only the second time in like 3 years, so I can't really complain. They're pretty good, and the fact they got it back up in a couple of hours is pretty good. I want to. If it was still off tomorrow, then I would be livid. But they actually, fair, credit where credit's due, right? I try and live by that. Credit where credit's due. They seem okay. There was a video I did want to react to on I'm not trying to become a react tuber, but Andrew Mordian loves railing the man. Well, you either get railed, or you're either the railer or the railee. That's life. That you want some Mordy wisdom. You want some Mordy wisdom. You're either the railer or the railee, and I'd rather be the railer than the railee. There you go. So that's how it is. Do you want some more Mordian advice? Some more Mordian life lessons? It's not what you know. It's who you blow. I am Harfin. I am. I'm going to do yours now. Harfin, my boy, 41 months. 41 months, man. We've come a long way, you and I. Old Harfin. Some of you don't know this. Harfin was actually the first person who I ever spoke to in this community on voice chat. It's true. And we talked about some deep things, if I remember. Yeah. You know, not, I mean, you know, it was interesting. There was like me, you, and I think there was like one other guy, and I can't remember who the guy, I feel really bad. I can't remember who the guy was. But yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them, maybe 2 of the guys. There's like 3 or 4 of us in the MG Discord. And yeah, I was like, hey, I was nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to talk to the community, like IRL. And I was like, fuck it, let's just fucking go for it. What's the fucking point in me having... It was Warpy. It was Warpy. You're right. Warpy was there. And I remember just being like, fuck it. Like, what's the point of having a Discord if I'm not going to use it to talk to people? And yeah, so I was like, hey, I'm going to be in here. Who wants to join? And there was you, me, and Warpy. And we just like shot the shit for like 2 hours, 2-3 hours. It was, maybe, I don't know if it was quite 3, but it was 2 to 3 hours, we'll say. Good times. Good times. Harfin, I'm going to your pockets, guys. Yeah, baby! The torment of Tantalus. Yes, you'll be pleased to know there will be a jungle. Several of them. And they are going to be dense. And... well, both sides will be attacking, so it's very much your bag. It's very much your bag. So Harfin, dude, I'd love for you to make it. I know, obviously, it's early days in the new gig and everything. So don't worry if it ends up not working out. Obviously, we're not even thinking like that, bro. You know what I mean? We're not even thinking like that. But don't worry if it ends up not working out, or if life gets in the way, if something happens. You know, don't worry about it. I'd love to see you, but I don't want you to ever put yourself into financial destitution for it. You know, at the end of the day, you can always live vicariously via the after action point. I know it's not the same, but you know, it's still there. It's still like methadone to the heroin, right? Not medical advice. If it gets bad, I'll sell my leagues of Votan. I mean, yeah, to be fair, why have you done that already? What the fuck are you playing at, man? The only army you should have. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it. You don't want to hear this, but sometimes tough love is required. The only army that you should have is Destroying Firstborn. Okay? And every other army that you have should be sold in aid of the Destroying Firstborn. Any guard units that don't get converted over, any guard units that can be converted over should be converted over. Any guard units that can't be converted over should be sold in the aim to acquire more Destroying Firstborn. That's it. It's that simple. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about anything else. Either it's Destroying Firstborn or get out. It's just like that's the way it is. I do make the. I was going to say I don't make the rules. I do make the rules, and those are the rules I've made. There you are. You all here invested power in me, and I promised to neither use it wisely nor compassionately. So there you are. You're not wrong, but you're forgetting my Metal Catachans. Oh, okay. The Metal Catachans get a pass too. You can have 2 guard armies. 1 Catachan, 1 Destroyer. You can have 2 guard armies. The truth is, you can have every guard army you want, but it has to be old school metal. Do I live by that rule myself? I do not. There we are. Right. Nash, Ursta, but out of time. You have your Nash, you have your own rules. You can collect Tanith, that's fine. You're not a real guard player unless you have over 40,000 points. Ooh, do I have over 40,000 points of guard? Maybe. Am I allowed to include Death Guard? I have no idea if I have over 4,000 points. 40. I have over 4. 40. I mean, you might do half in. You very well may do. Wait, does unbuilt count? Does Pile of Shame count? Because if it does, then I have some more. If Pile of Shame counts, you 100% beat me. Oh man, yeah. To be fair, I don't beat you. Wilario beats us all, right? I mean, he is the one that gets the credit. Yeah. All right, I need a quick wee. I'm gonna have a quick wee and grab a quick drink, and then I wonder if I can do a poll on here. 1 minute. What's this do? Oh, I can. How many options can I don't know. I'm just curious. All right. So I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm going to the toilet. Now, in theory, I could take you to the toilet with me because I'm on a mobile, but I have some suspicion that that would be against YouTube terms of service. So I'm not going to. Even if I didn't show the old cock and ball, I reckon it would still, like, even if you just saw the stream, literally the live stream, I still think that would probably violate the terms of service, I suspect. So I'll be back in a moment. All right. Okay. Everyone's saying go back to the what do you call it? The PC. Cool. All right. I'm gonna leave the YouTube one on as backup, probably, but we'll see. Okay. Sorry, touch of consumption. 1 minute. Apologies if you heard the gross noises I was making. I coughed something up. I told you I've not been well recently. All right, let's have a look. Do 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 da 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 da. That one's fine. Okay. I'm just doing a quick setup. I'm not fucking about with it too much. Oh, I should have done it 360. I should have done it 360, right? Such is life. That's kind of crazy. Ultra low. I think we just start streaming. Let's have a look. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to close this poll if there's a possibility. How does one end the poll? Should be on now. I've started the poll. I do not know how to end the poll. Huh. There is no ending the poll. There is no withdraw. Either join us in the Garden of Kadesh or die. We should be on. It's always hard to get up. I am a genius. Some genius astounds me. Right, dear mobile viewers of Earth, we are back on the PC. It seems to be working. If you are sick of this TikTok emulating bullshit of being on a vertical stream, then I advise you all to head on over to the main stream, which will be on the PC. And I want to say a huge thank you to all of you that were part of people. By the way, people who watch this back live won't know what the fuck's going on. I'm on mobile stream as well. I want to say thank you to all of you that supported us on mobile, and I hope that you will come and join us on PC. Amazing. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you all in a moment. Love you guys. Ciao.